Hey everyone, Tim Schofield here. Google just announced their latest lineup of phones and they sent me 3 of them. For now, the Fold is coming soon. We've got our 10 Pro, 10 Pro XL, and our regular 10. This video will come a little bit later on, so just subscribe so you're notified when that goes live. Will be soon enough, but in this video, we are gonna compare the 10 Pro and the 10 Pro XL. The entire lineup has the new Tensor G5 chipset from Google and brand new Pixel Snap, which is Google's answer to MagSafe that Apple uses so you can use those magnetic accessories. This is huge because it's the first phone manufacturer to actually include it in the phone without having to use an external case. I'm really excited about it. We'll test out an accessory or two with these phones, but let's dive into it. We're gonna take a quick look what comes in the box and then of course get some hands-on and compare the size, talk about the differences because there is more than just size differences between these two phones. Let's get started. We've got Moonstone, Jade, and Indigo. The Pixel 10 is the Indigo model. So we are just going to unbox these two, the Pro XL and the Pro. Very minimal packaging. We're gonna start with the XL model, if I can actually slide this out, come on. All right, here we go, and opening it up for the first time. Right away, we're greeted with the phone. We're gonna set that to the side. Underneath is the USB Type-C to USB Type-C cable for charging, and also under the lid, so to speak, looks like we've got our standard booklet. And that's it. That's everything in the box. Onto that Jade Pixel 10. We'll put these phones up side by side, of course. Exact same booklet up towards the top, phone, and USB Type-C cable. In my opinion, it's a little unfortunate, but they've gone the route of using eSIM only, so you can't pop your physical SIM card into these phones. You have to actually activate an eSIM with whatever carrier it is you use in the US. Anyways, let's check out these really nice colors. There is our Moonstone with glossy sides overall. The Moonstone is, I think, my favorite, honestly. I went back and forth with the Jade and the Moonstone, and I think every time I look at the Moonstone, it's just so clean, so subtle. I like the matte coloring, and here is the Jade. Let's do an equal comparison, of course, because they're both great. The Jade pops a little bit more. It's almost like a mint. It's kind of similar to the mint from the past, but it's not quite that. So that matte green, but either way, you can't go wrong with either of them. Here's a quick side-by-side sizing-wise. Anyways, I'm gonna boot both of these up, but let's take a closer look at the hardware. Down at the bottom right away, I'd like to point out you'll hear a difference in the bottom speakers. They've updated them, especially in the XL model. You do have microphones, the USB Type-C port for charging. With the bottom of the phone lined up, you'll see the volume rockers are below the power button. Everything's a little bit raised on the XL model, and you'll notice that camera bump, that camera bar throughout both of them. Up towards the top, you've got another microphone. Along the left side, absolutely nothing. And here's a quick side-by-side of those colors. Drop a comment, actually. Let me know which color you like, Moonstone or the Jade. And here is our Pro camera setup, the triple camera setup. That triple camera system gets you a 50 megapixel wide angle lens, a 48 megapixel ultra wide angle lens, and a 48 megapixel telephoto lens, which is new, up to 5 times optical zoom, and you can zoom all the way up to 100 times. I'm pretty excited to try this camera system out. Google's done a great job. All right, our phones are now ready to go. I'm gonna run through the starter process and just talk about anything noteworthy. Both phones include an under-display ultrasonic fingerprint scanner. Setting it up, just setting our thumb on down to the scanner. You can choose whatever finger you'd like. Very premium haptics in response to me setting our thumb down. So instead of kind of rolling our thumb around, you still have to lift and replace your thumb, unlike some phones are starting to do now. Anyways, one added, you can add more later or now if you'd like. You can also set up face unlock with the Pixel. Discover Google AI at its best. You have Gemini as your personal AI assistant. Helpful info when you need it. Magic Queue, which is new. It'll pull from a few different apps at the moment, like Gmail, and say, hey, what time's our flight? It'll pull information from that. Pretty important. You choose the apps Magic Queue can use the data from. It could include Gmail, calendar, keep, and tasks data. So you can go ahead and choose or just not use it. Daily Hub is part of your home screen experience for suggestions depending on your calendar. And again, just pulling from your apps like weather, calendar, and maps. Pixel Screenshots attempts to organize everything you take a screenshot of. Even if it's an accidental screenshot, it sort of recognizes it. Peace of mind with car crash detection, Pixel Satellite SOS. Anything else? Yes, there's a few things I'd highly recommend. Instant translations, definitely turn that on. Identify music around you. Now playing, for some reason, isn't an Android feature, it's a Pixel feature, and it's one of my favorites. It will just automatically listen to music and say, hey, this song is playing right now. It'll have a list of songs that played in your history. It's a great way to identify new music. Auto adjust settings to environment. That's kind of a new one I haven't seen in the startup process, with adaptive sound and adaptive vibration depending on using the microphone and other sensors. I'm going to turn that on. Again, if it's sitting on my nightstand, I really don't want it just vibrating like crazy, so I'm going to turn it on and see how it goes. Also, always on display. Yet another one I'd like to turn on. We are all set and ready to go. Swiping up brings us to our home screen. While everything gets set up, let's take a look at these two flagship phones from Google. You get a 6.3 and 6.9 inch Super Actua display on both phones. Both are 120 hertz, which basically seems to be enabled out of the box. I assume it's on adaptive out of the box. One perk of having a larger screen is just more content. You'll notice it cuts off where storage is on the regular Pro, whereas you get more content shown on the XL. Also, very important, in display settings, you can change the screen resolution, and out of the box, they're both set to 1080p, especially if you get the XL, change that to your max resolution to take full advantage. And max resolution 1280 by 2856 or 1344 by 2992. So again, 1080p out of the box. If you'd like to take advantage of that resolution, you need to change it manually. 1080p will save battery life, I will say that. And smooth display is checked out of the box, so you do get that adaptive 120 hertz. Obviously, with the size difference, you're going to get a battery difference. The Pro has a 4870 milliamp hour battery, and the XL has a 5200 milliamp hour. I do expect the XL's battery to be better. Another difference between the two is the wired charging, only up to 30 watts on the Pro model, and the XL has up to 45 watts wired charging, so faster charging on the XL. And there's magnets built in. Pixel Snap is here, so let's grab our Qi 2 charger and snap it on. It even said it's charging like so. Let's grab our Pro. This is throughout the entire Pixel 10 series. Huge shout out to Google for this one, because this is such a nice addition to the phone. Actually, the first Android phone to have the magnets built in. Now, they're not the same. They both use Qi 2, but the XL has Qi 2.2, which is up to 25 watts of fast charging, as opposed to the 15 watts that Qi 2 offers on the Pro model. So you not only get faster wired charging, you get faster wireless charging on your XL as well. Opening the camera app for the first time, you do get some options before you start, like motion photo, but a new one is 100x ProRes zoom. It's AI imaging models that will be on device when you use that 100x. So snapping just a few quick pictures. Seems to be very quick and snappy overall. 0.5x for that ultra wide angle lens. You can go 2x, you can go 5x, which is optical, 10x, which is optical like quality, but let's actually zoom in all the way to 30x here. But wait, why isn't 100x an option? Oh, because I have to click this download button. So make sure you do that if you're looking to zoom in past 30 times. Okay, I think we are all good with that model download. So now we're at 30x. Let's keep going. There we go. So now you can zoom all the way into 100x, all the way back to 0.5 times zoom. You still get those really cool pixel camera options like Add Me. You do need the latest AR app, which is fine. Long exposure option, action pan. There's a lot of fun things you can do with this camera. Obviously a portrait mode, which is normal, night sight, and panorama. Now, one thing I want to point out is under video settings, if you want to switch, upper left-hand corner here, you can go all the way up to 8K 30 frames per second, 4K 60 frames per second. As a quick test, let's go ahead and lock our phone and unlock it. It is really quick and snappy with that ultrasonic fingerprint scanner. You don't need to unlock the phone either. It will recognize you rest your thumb or whatever finger down and unlock the phone. Overall, the screen looks great. The colors really pop. Everything is looking really good. Some new icons and just an overall theme to the phone. I do like the new settings menu with Android 16. Magic Queue is right there. So here it's updating, it's downloading. It will find info, finish tasks, and you can really customize the data that's used throughout. As a throwback, quickly tapping on Android version, there it is. We are on Android 16. Anyways, that's everything I wanted to talk about for now with our brand new Pixel 10 Pro and Pixel 10 Pro XL. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think if you're interested in picking up one of these devices, if you're waiting for the Fold possibly. Also, a lot more content coming soon on these phones, the regular Pixel 10, and of course the Fold as well, and just a lot more. So be sure to subscribe so you're notified when all of that goes live. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, and as always, thanks for watching.